Hi YouTube, how are you? I hope you're doing well because I am as well. Well, 2 days ago now was the 1 year anniversary of my starting to take estrogen and spironolactone as part of my male to female transition. The 1 year milestone is pretty exciting for me because it took me about a year and a half of therapy before I was comfortable enough to start taking it. And of course I've been battling with my transgender feelings for a very long time before that. I feel like everything I've done in my transition has been very slow, very calculated, and done only when I'm ready. And so when I started taking estrogen, I was really excited. And now that it's been a whole year, I just kind of wanted to do a video to tell you about all the different things that I have noticed about myself. Before I do that, I want to address just one thing. There's a lot of people who didn't know or don't know or whatever, don't care to know that I'm transgender. To those people, I hope you watch this video without judgment, or maybe just not watch this video. That's one of the scariest things for me, is that something will happen because I'm trans. Whether it's get fired from a job, or get assaulted, or get raped, or there's a lot of things to be scared of for someone in my situation. I'll get there, I think. But today and the last couple days have been happy days for me because I've been pretty excited. And so I guess I'm going to structure the rest of this video as in a how it was, what happened, how I am, and where I'm going style video. And it's going to be totally focused on my transition because I've decided that there's no point in hiding it from people anymore. I'm going to post this video on my YouTube, and if people see it and they think bad about me and they don't like me and they don't want me around or they don't want to talk to me, you can unfriend me. You know, you can stop talking to me. I don't even care anymore. If you're that kind of person, then it was a pleasure to know you. And we can go our separate ways from here on out. Because I am going to be, well, I'll get there. I gotta settle down. So, a year ago, where was I? Well, my hair was shorter, but I guess hair grows normally. I tied it back today. I've been tying it back a lot, actually, because I like it, so that's how long it is. I like it. I haven't had a haircut since June of 2011, so it's been a year and a half, and it's getting pretty long. I'm about ready for a haircut, I think. I don't know what I want to do. I'm just gonna let it grow, I think, and see what happens. So a year ago, more on the hair. A year ago, if I went like this, you could see my scalp, even with my hair tied back. I was thinning majorly, which was very, very scary for me. My dad is bald, and I knew that that's what was going to happen to me too, of course. Since starting estrogen, it didn't happen right away, but my hair's being dumb. It didn't happen right away, but my hair definitely thickened back up, and I'm really excited that it did, because that was one of my huge concerns. It's still a little bit thin, I think, but it's coming back. It probably took 6 months before I noticed anything with my scalp hair. So, you know, slowly but surely, I don't think I'm going to have any noticeable hair loss. Um, my facial hair has been growing much slower. It never grew all that fast, so a year ago I had to shave maybe every 3 days in order to look like I didn't have facial hair. And a lot of times I don't care and didn't care and would go longer than that. Now I can go 4 days without shaving before I show much facial hair. I haven't shaved since probably Monday, and this is how I look on video, on a close-up. Well, not too bad, I'd say. I can feel it when I touch my face. There's a little bit of stubbly, but it's not visible. It's white hair. It's very thin hair. I noticed the other day that it makes me sparkle, like Edward in Twilight. I sparkle in the sunlight because my facial hair glistens, which was kind of ridiculous that I made that association, but okay. So that's my facial hair. Body hair is the same story. It's had been a much more dramatic change than my facial hair. Actually, my armpits, I'm not going to show you my armpits. I just wanted to feel them. They're not bad right now. I haven't shaved them in quite a while. They still grow hair. I mean, I still grow hair everywhere that I used to. It's just different hair. My arms are way different. I used to have dark hair on my arms. Now it's all very thin white hair. It looks like girl arm hair. Perfect, you know? I used to shave my arms because I didn't like having dark hair. And people used to notice and laugh at me, but I'm like, whatever. So I love that I don't have to do that anymore because it was really hard to shave my arms, believe it or not. And it's perfect. I'm very happy. My legs, the hair grows way slower. I used to have to, if I wanted to make it look like I didn't have leg hair, I used to have to shave my legs twice a day. I never did that. I just wore long pants. But now, if I want to make my legs look like I don't have leg hair, I can get away with it for like 3 days, 4 days, 5 days without having to shave, and no one would know, I think. I don't know. I mean, it's winter. I wear pants. But, yeah, it's very slow. Very, very slow leg hair growth. And that's so cool. That's amazing to me, actually, that it would change so much. I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting to have to get laser hair removal on just about my entire body. Because laser, if you do just a couple treatments, will thin the hair and not permanently remove it. But I'm so glad that the hormones did exactly what I wanted. I'm still going to do electrolysis on my face. I haven't talked about it with I haven't talked about it with anybody yet, but it's very high on my to-do list right now, actually, because I'm feeling a spark of motivation in my transition. Probably because we're hitting the 1-year anniversary. Or actually, I just got the hiccups. We passed the 1-year anniversary, and it's really exciting. As far as the shape of my body, my face is shaped way different. I think people would still recognize me if they haven't seen me in a number of years. I don't know. I don't think I look that different. My hair being long is definitely a big change. But, my face is close to the same. It's more rounded. I have more cheeks. How do I look? I still have an Adam's apple. That doesn't go away. It's actually pretty big. That's something that can be surgically taken care of. I'm very uncomfortable with the idea of surgery of any type right now. But I recognize the fact that I'm going to have to maybe choose to make that decision eventually. I'm just not ready to yet, and I'm perfectly okay with it right now. Um, my hips, I'm not going to stand up because I'm lazy, and I don't want to show you my body because I have the worst body image issues of anybody in the world. But my hips are wider. My thighs, ugh, everything I eat goes right to my thighs. Like, I'm not joking. But I eat a lot, actually. And of course, the one thing everyone notices and asks about in all the videos everywhere is, how big are your boobs? And it's like, I have some breast development. It's noticeable. I wear a bra sometimes. If I'm wearing only one shirt, I'll wear a bra. But otherwise, most of the time right now, I have a sweatshirt or a jacket on, so I don't bother. I don't know how big they are, but probably pretty close to an A cup by now. They're noticeable. um, Friends have commented, like, whoa, when did that happen? I'm like, 1 year. It's phenomenal. So that's really exciting for me, but it's the most noticeable thing right now, and so it makes me a little self-conscious sometimes, especially when I'm around people who don't know, and I've got my big breasts hanging out of my shirt. I guess that's kind of silly. I wear t-shirts like this most of the time, so no one's actually seeing anything, but it's noticeable, big time noticeable most of the time, yes. It's noticeable even when I wear a sweatshirt, but not as much. I've gotten a few cat calls as I was walking home from work at about 10 o'clock at night. It's kind of weird. Actually, it's kind of really weird. But it, I don't know how to act. It's one of those things I'll have to learn, I guess. I don't really know. I think I look good. Every time I look in the mirror, I'm happy. And I have to say, a year ago, that was not the case. And mentally, I'm happy. I'm in so much of a better place now than I was. I actually haven't taken the hormones for 4 days today. I took it today. I haven't taken it for 4 days, so it's kind of upsetting that I couldn't take it over my 1 year anniversary. And this is the longest time that I've been without it since starting. Since I've been moving and I dropped out of school, there was some insurance trouble. So unfortunately, I couldn't get my prescription refilled. And I ran out on Monday, and I finally got it taken care of today. So I'm going to have like a week of emotional instability and stuff like that as my body figures out what to do again. It's kind of frustrating. I was not in the right head today at all, but I've settled down. Now I was going nuts, actually. So the hormones definitely do have a mental effect. For the most part, when I started, I was mad all the time. I was mad at everything, frustrated. I was I don't know, it's hard to describe how it was because it seems like such a long time ago and it seems like such a bad place. Now I'm great. I can handle anything and I'm calm and I feel so much better physically, emotionally. Um, Things happen that feel so romantic to me. Before, I never felt that. I never felt romance or love, and now someone will do something either for me or for someone else, and I'll just think that that's the most adorable thing in the world. Like, today on the train home from work, there was a couple of younger people, high schoolers probably, and they were having a great time playing Thumb Wars in the train, and I just thought that was the most adorable thing in the world. And my thought patterns have changed big time when it comes to things like that. And it's just really so cool. Utah opened up, or here in Salt Lake somewhere, they're starting a transgender only clinic this month. It's going to be one day a month for now, but it sounds like there's already a huge response to it. So that's really cool. It's good news. Salt Lake City was also called the gayest city on earth, believe it or not. And when I first read that, I was like, what? The people here are so conservative, I just couldn't believe it. But Spencer brought it up after I had read it, so I guess it must be true. And so I'm hoping that this video won't get me in trouble with anybody that I have formed a relationship with here, because I'm hoping that the people are probably more accepting than I thought. As far as what I'm going to do, I already mentioned that hair removal features highly in my plans. I'm very excited, actually, to start that, because shaving is the worst part of my week. The one time a week that I shave now. I actually cut myself over here the last time, and it's so embarrassing to cut yourself shaving and then be like, yeah, I look like a girl and I have to shave. You know, it's stupid. Yeah, hair removal and voice lessons. I've kind of done some research. There's some voice therapy places somewhat nearby. I haven't called around yet, but I feel like if I sounded like a girl and I look exactly how I do right now, people would take me for a girl. Which is, exactly what I want. I would absolutely love to start introducing myself as Leah. And I'm just not comfortable with that right now, sounding like I am. And looking like I am, I mean, I get looks all the time. People can't tell what I am. I can tell that they can't tell. And it seems silly, but I can tell. Because the way they look. And I told you about the bank. Maybe I didn't tell you about the bank. I think I told you about the bank. If I didn't tell you in the bank, tell me in the comments, and I'll make another video to tell you about the bank. And as far as, okay, so what? Voice lessons, hair removal, and also featured highly on my list is starting to build a female wardrobe, starting to introduce myself as Leah, starting to do this and that. I went to Costco today to fill my prescription, and I had to get a Costco membership, and there was a nickname thing on the application, and I left it blank, and I should have made it Leah. I actually really regret that from 6 hours ago, no, 12 hours ago. And it's just little stuff like that I'm gonna work on really hard starting right now. And I hope I got like 70 views on my last video that was 40 minutes long. I hope a lot of you watched it all. I don't know who you people are. I don't know who watched it, but please, if you're interested in my transition, go ahead and subscribe, like this, comment. I'll answer your questions. I'd be happy to. I'm very educated in transsexualism and gender identity and sexual preference, so I would be absolutely happy to assist you with either deciding if you want to transition or coming to terms with being trans, or if you just want a friend, you know. I love to help people. That's kind of what I do. There was one other thing I wanted to say that I was making a point in my mind to say before I started this, but I forgot what it was. Give me an hour and I'll probably think of it. But, I lost it. Anyways, I've been watching several trans people on YouTube for a long time. Probably for 5 years or more, and it's really exciting lately to see how many more people are making video blogs about their transition, and I find it very interesting to see other people's side of the story and to see how other people are affected and how they feel and their series of events that happen to them throughout their life. And I hope that if I start doing a blog that can be interesting as well to some of you. So let me know. This video was only 21 minutes long. I promise I will try my hardest to get these to be shorter, but I felt like a long video again might have been appropriate, especially for a topic like this that I felt, because so many people know me as Dave, that it might be a little bit more difficult to start off and explain when I know people who don't know are going to be watching this video. So I guess, hi, I'm Leah, and I'm transsexual, and you can deal with it if you don't like it, right? I guess I have nothing else for today. And don't you hate it when you get an email pop-up and it's a bill? It's like, darn, now I'm gonna go. So, goodbye YouTube, I'm going to go pay my bill.